Chief Executive Leung has announced that he will not be running for a second term. He cited family reasons for his decision. Winner Wong begins our coverage of today's dramatic developments.
A political bombshell just months before the next CE election. In a press briefing this afternoon at the chief executive's office at Tamar, Leung said he's not seeking re-election. That means he will be stepping down at the end of his term in July. Leung told reporters he had made the decision not to run out of responsibility as a father and a husband. I believe Hong Kong can choose a good CE, but my children only have one father, and my wife only has one husband, he said. He noted that if he did run for the top job in the election in March, his family would come under intolerable pressure during the campaign in the next few months, and he has to protect them. Leung said he had made the decision not to run and had notified Beijing all within the past few days, while insisting he has the central government's support all along.
Everyone in Hong Kong can see that the central authorities, including the top leaders in the country, have been very supportive of my work over all these years.
Leung said he will continue his work as CE for the remainder of his term, such as the next policy address and tackling three key issues: the MPF offsetting mechanism, retirement protection, and standard working hours. On the upcoming election, he said he had his own ideas about who would be his suitable successor.
I shall support whoever wins the election and whoever is capable of being appointed by the Central People's Government.
Leung refused to respond to rumors about his daughter being unwell and reiterated his priority is to protect his family by maintaining their privacy. Winner Wong, TVB News.
Well, the central government says it respects Leung Chun-ying's decision not to run for another term. It also praises his efforts in upholding the basic law and fighting Hong Kong independence. To Leung's critics, however, there's cause for celebration. Leung has that story.
開心一晚係應該嘅。
It's all right to be happy tonight. That's Leung of the Civic Party. But Pan-Democrats want to see more than just a change in CE. They also want a better political system.
And we managed to get rid of CY Leung, and we should be enjoying this euphoria for the next half year. No way. We have to stay vigilant.
Across the political divide, nothing but appreciation and praise from the pro-establishment camp.
It's a loss of our society, but we respect his personal choice.
I understand his daughter has been sick for a while and has been in hospital. Leave the family alone.
Some take a more cynical view on Leung's family reason, especially localist lawmakers whom the government is trying to kick out of LegCo.
Maybe that is true that his family is in certain kind of problem, but definitely the decision is not made by him. It's from the superior from Beijing.
In Beijing, a spokesman from the Hong Kong and Macau Affairs Office expressed regret over Leung's decision, but praised his work in defending the nation's sovereignty and maintaining Hong Kong's stability. Views echoed by the central government's liaison office here in Hong Kong. A statement says the CE was able to handle difficult situations such as the Occupy movement and curbing Hong Kong independence, and hopes that he can build a good foundation for the next administration. And how does Leung's decision affect the CE race?
I'm always committed to serving Hong Kong to the best of my ability. Mr. Leung's decision makes no difference to me.
Another hopeful, retired Judge Wu Kwok-hing said society may be less divisive now that Leung is out of the CE race. Wu also said his departure could help restart stalled political reform. Meanwhile, TVB sources from Beijing revealed that mainland officials in charge of Hong Kong and Macau affairs will not back Financial Secretary John Tsang to run for CE. According to the sources, Beijing does not support former LegCo President Tsang Yuk-sing's bid either. Leung, TVB News.
Well, Leung Chun-ying was elected CE in 2012, promising to increase housing supply and tackle livelihood issues. Critics, however, blamed him for polarising Hong Kong. Adam Shu takes a look back at Leung's tenure.
Leung Chun-ying announced his bid for the top job in 2011, at a time when Henry Tang was widely considered the favourite in the 2012 race. Leung appealed for public support by standing up for the grassroots and focusing on livelihood issues such as housing. Scandals hitting Tang helped turn the race around. Leung ended up winning the election, securing 689 votes among election committee members. That number, 689, later became a nickname that the pan-democratic camp used to mock Leung's lack of public support in a small-circle election. Some of Leung's notable policies were stopping mainland women from coming to Hong Kong to give birth, limiting visits by Shenzhen residents as part of efforts to fight parallel goods trading and improving elderly welfare. Leung's priority has been making housing accessible for the public. He aimed to add 480,000 public and private flats over 10 years and imposed higher stamp duties to crack down on property speculation. But he's stalked by a $50 million payment he received from Australian engineering firm UGL. He's repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, but the controversy has haunted him until today. As political reform failed to make headway, protesters launched the 79-day Occupy movement in 2014, taking over some of the city's main streets. Leung refused to budge. He later took on Hong Kong independence, but ironically earned the nickname Father of Hong Kong Independence when he singled out a university magazine for promoting the Hong Kong nation. This year, after two localist lawmakers-elect took oaths that were seen derogatory to the country, Leung's government challenged the pair's lawmaker status, which resulted in Beijing's basic law interpretation that disqualified them. To his supporters, Leung tackled livelihood issues and sought to ensure Hong Kong's stability. To his critics, he polarized the city like never before. Adam Shu, TVB News.